Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in again. Some of you, it's your second time tuning in. Others of you, it's your first. Don't ask me what's going on. Things, there's forces at play that's trying to hold us back, but we do what we do best, and we march forth and we continue on. It's Coach Cleus, your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker's favorite baker. I need to know what the energy levels are. I'm going to ask that question. We got an informative live. We got a fun guest. We got a different style of show that's going on today. But I need to know where everybody from. I need you to, you're looking for that shout out. I need you to put your name in the comment section, where you're from in the comment section, and Coach Cleus will give you that shout out that you're looking for. Understand that there's about a 5 to 10 second delay from the time that you post something till the time that I see it. So we may actually be on to another topic, but we will identify and comment on the posts that we see, and we will go back through the replay and comment on those if we missed them. All right. But right now, I need to know what the energy levels are. I need to know what the energy levels are like. So if you had a good day today, I need you to put a 1 in the comment section. Put a 1 in the comment section if you had a good day today. And you know, Shayla, you know what I'm about to say. I don't believe in bad days.
Right.
I like to call them character building days because you can learn from them, you can grow from them. They're necessary for growth. So if you had a quote unquote bad day or a character building day, I need you to put a 2 in the comment section. It looks like a peace sign. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day, and hopefully tomorrow's a better day for you. All right. And if you had what I had, I had to say it's a 1 because it was an outstanding day. But I'm looking to see. I see that we're probably still frozen. It's okay. Yeah, I already know that. I already see. But if you had an outstanding day, I need you to put a 0 in that chumpy. Put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. Put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. And you know, it's kind of like it's a bubble, and you're right there in the middle of that bubble.
If I can penetrate that bubble?
Yeah. I don't even know why you tried, because like the 50-50 force field.
Look it, but it did.
No, I controlled it. Yeah, I opened my hands. Okie. That was real okie. So if you had a good day, put a 1 in the comment section. Put a 2, character building day. Put a 0 in the comment section. I'm going to put a 1 at the end of this live. Shayla, what are you going to put at the end of this live?
I'm gonna put a 0. It was
Are
a great
you?
day.
0?
I
It was a good
was
day?
a 2 at one point, but I'm at a 0.
It must be that orange juice you're drinking.
Must be. Orange
Yeah.
juice is very good for your soul.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've never seen anybody put ice in their orange juice.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I like my orange juice to stay cold.
Okay, I do like cold. Coldness, also hard. Ladies and gentlemen, you're already on the Facebook page. This will be uploaded to the YouTube page. Make sure, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. It's under the same name, Coach Clee. If you haven't already liked the Facebook page, hit that like button. It's Coach Clee as well. We're on LinkedIn. LinkedIn won't let me be great, so you know I can't go live from there. But we do have special shout outs and bonuses on LinkedIn. We are also on Anchor and Spotify, which are audio podcasts. So if you haven't subscribed to that, please do subscribe to that. Check us out, because there's some other fun facts that go along with that. So check us out. We got a bunch of good things going. What's listed above is the website. Don't look at it now, but make sure you check it out, because it's been, well, Shayla will talk about that a little bit. Workwithclee.com. Our website's been updated. It's cold.
Yes.
It's cold as the weather here where we're at right now, but it's cold. And on that website is wonderful things. First and foremost, March 4th. It's my first book, the first book I ever wrote. That's on the website. It's a motivational empowerment book on helping you find your own breakthrough. We talk about toxic people, toxic situations, and I mean, we talk about a lot of things. I'm not going to get real hot and heavy into it, because you got to check that out for yourself. There's also a bonus chapter in there. One of the special guests of this book is here in the lab today. Clarence Stokes, Herb Thompson, Jason Brown, and myself, we all wrote No Shade, All Light. 25 of our favorite quotes and what they mean to us. So it's over 100 quotes in this book with meaning. That's also on the website too. And last but definitely not least is my newest pride and joy, #Grudge. This one came out kind of in the pandemic of last year. We talk about if you ever held a grudge, mistake, anger, anything like that. Les Brown said it best. If you're holding on to a grudge, it's like holding on to a hot piece of coal and expecting the person that you're mad at to get burnt when they have no idea that you're holding on to it. Sometimes you just got to let that thing go and start the healing process. And this will be a guide for that. I just got a nice review on that from one of my line brothers, who him and his son read a chapter in this book, and they actually, I'm not going to give them all their information away, but they actually had a heart-to-heart conversation, which that made me feel good. That's on the website as well. A couple other, the website's been upgraded. It's a good thing. It's a wonderful thing. What I miss?
I just want you to see the comments.
What's that? Saya had a day too. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day for you. Please tag, like, and share. Thank you for tuning in. It'll be a better day. A couple other people are on. I can't see who they are. We're on a different format, but I do want to give a shout out to the very first guest that was on the live for 2021, David V.M. Kennedy. He wrote his book, Bottom of the Fifth. My copy just came in, so that's on my reading list. Want to give him that shout out real quick as well. Yes. But right, we're going to move, kind of change the format a little bit. We're going to jump to Shayla's Showcase. Let's see what Shayla got to say. Shall I zoom in real quick? I'm going
Whatever
to.
you want to do.
I
You'll
know.
do it anyway.
I sure was.
So February, a new...
February is Black History Month.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Thank
Shout
you
out
for
to
that. Now I look
yeah.
like I'm talking to myself because I forgot you're not on.
That's right.
Anyway, moving on to our first sponsor. We have Over the Tracks, which is a novel by Cy Emery, who is a former guest. It is a must-read with themes of race, loss, and friendship. This young adult novel sizzles with action, suspense, and urban drama. The characters grab your heart and won't let go, leaving you begging for more. Over the Tracks can be found on Amazon Books. Then moving on, we have House of Vegans. Again, I've talked about them. They have amazing vegan food. You do not have to be vegan to eat there. Make sure you check them out. They have all kinds of variety and options. I was skeptical at first when I tried vegan food, and when I went there and checked out the, what is it called? The Slap Burger. Amazing. They're only available.
Slap your mama.
That's right, and they're only available on Sundays, so make sure you check them out. And then while you're there, but not on Sunday, make sure you go across the street to Good Brothers Cafe. They are a one-of-a-kind bookstore in the area, which is the Midtown area right across from House of Vegans. House of Vegans is located at 1426 North 3rd Street, and Good Brothers Cafe is right across the street. They have great coffee, pastries, and literature from around the country. So make sure you check them out. Then we also have DJ Bliss Productions for your musical needs. Big or small, let DJ Bliss take your party, corporate event, or reception to the next level. He specializes in all music genres. You can contact DJ Bliss at djbliss717@aol.com or follow him on Facebook at DJ Bliss. And then our very last one, want to give a shout out to Jay Moore. He has been a really big part of the website upgrade.
Sure has.
I used to take care of the website, but I am not a professional in any way, so we got connected with a professional, someone that Coach Clee knows, and he has really taken it to the next level. So please, if you get a chance, take a look at the website. Make sure you subscribe there so you can get monthly newsletters and information about what's going on with Coach Clee and Tillman Productions. But yeah, I just want to make sure I give a shout out. He's been very responsive. I like people who are professional and respond timely, and he does, and he gets it. I know he gets the website. So just appreciated the upgrades that he's brought to Tillman Productions. And with that, that is it. That's all I got for Shayla's Showcase.
Yeah, you did a marvelous job. Sure did. Let me go ahead real quick. And for those of you that are watching the live feed, I do apologize. I do know it is freezing a lot. I'm sorry. I wish I could do something about it. Make sure you watch the replay because it will be, since we will have the recorded uploaded, so it'll be one full fluid motion. Also check out, again, like I said, Spotify and Anchor. That'll also be the podcast. That'll have no interruptions. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to this special guest that's in the lab today. He's a husband. He's a father. He works for the state and has worked for the state for many, many years, a couple decades to be exact. He's been a coach. He's a Mason. He's a noble. He is a positive pusher and a positive influence in the society today. I want to introduce, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to introduce Clarence Stokes. Clarence Stokes, give him some thumbs up. Give him some hearts. Thank you for coming to the lab. How you feel today?
I feel great. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. What's your energy level for today?
Right now, I'm on a high right now. I'm feeling good.
So a bunch of zeros.
Bunch of zeros.
Okay.
Bunch of zeros.
All right, cool.
Bunch of zeros.
Yeah. So we're gonna, things are gonna be changed up a little bit. However, I'm gonna ask this one question real quick. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like you said, I am a husband.
Mm-hmm.
A father, a son. I'm gainfully employed right now.
Mm-hmm.
I thank the Lord for that. I am a believer.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, high school coach, and I would say high school coach. I'm just a coach of young men.
Mm-hmm.
About saying that like that, coach of young men. I am a teacher. Let's say like
Okay.
I'm a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I love giving knowledge to the youth.
All right. Anything else you want to share?
Right now, I just want to. Can we go ahead and flip it?
Wait, hold on.
Okay,
I'm about to go ahead and
okay,
give the floor. So
okay.
this is what's gonna happen today. So like I said, it's gonna be a little different, and he ready to jump right into it, head first, right in the swimming pool. You see, he's got this booklet right here. He's ready to come at me. Is what he's ready to do. It's gonna be a little different. I am going to be the guest on the in the lab. And he's going to be the host of the lab, the Coach Clee Show, Tillman Production. So make sure you guys tune in. He's flipping the script a little bit, and he's about to hit up a couple questions. And so I guess with all that said and do, let's jump right into it.
All right. Again, like Coach Clee said, I am the host tonight. I will be interviewing the interviewer. He becomes the interviewee. So now I would like to introduce your favorite baker's baker, your motivational speaker. He's a father. He's a son. He's gainfully employed. He is a believer. I can say that he's a man of faith, and I can say that now he is he is my brother 3 times.
Okay.
Three times. He's my brother 3 times, and was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
The 9th of January.
Yeah, he became a noble, which I'm so proud to have seen him go that way. Without further ado, Coach Clee, give us a little bit about yourself.
Wow. Like I always say, you guys already know, motivational speaker, empowerment coach, author, your favorite baker's favorite baker. What I like to do is, I say this on all the lives that I'm in, I enjoy presenting to you talented individuals with a business product or positive message and giving them a platform to put that information out there. I enjoy that while I work a couple of projects building the brand, building the business, because I do see a very fundamental and very successful way of life doing this as well.
Okay. I like that. But now, like I said, the roles are reversed. You're usually sitting, well, you always sit in that chair.
Yeah.
The guest, he wouldn't give me that chair.
Yeah, you can't dethrone the
I
king.
understand that. But I got a few questions for you tonight that the viewers may want to hear. The first one, all right. Who's the most influential person in your life right now?
Who is the most influential person in my life right now? That answer is very easy and complicated. Complicated because looking backwards, influential, I would have to say my sons, both of them, because I see where they can be 10 to 20 years from now, and I would want to be that role model for them. So they influence me to do better, because I remember how I looked at my grandfather at their age, and I remember hearing his eulogy is what hit me hard. So I'm building to make my eulogy. I know it sounds very gruesome or for lack of a better word, a little horrid, but I'm looking to build my eulogy to be cold like that too, so they can go ahead and want to strive to be harder, to strive to be better. So they influence me because I know the many bricks of the walls to success. If I lay one more brick, that means they have to lay 2 to be better than me. So I keep trying to build my wall higher so they can build their walls higher too. Make sense?
It makes total sense to me. You're saying so it's your 2 sons, and your 2 sons would make them, they would be my nephews, and
exactly.
You know I love them to death.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even be upset with. So you answered another question where I said, who's the most influential person in your life right now? And you went back. So you're saying the most influential person into your life has been Thomas.
Yes and no. Again, they're easy questions, but they're complicated. Yes, my grandfather was very influential, and I say it's a shame because the first man-to-man conversation, heart-to-heart that we ever had was our last conversation, and I didn't know it at the time. Normally, we would have little boy and grandfather conversations, which take it for a grain of salt. They meant what they were. They were good for at that time. But the first time that I could start asking him questions as an adult after dealing adult problems, I did not do it. I listened to everything he had to say. He gave me some business. He gave me the business. And I didn't come back with anything else because I thought I had more time.
That's understood. Your grandfather, I can say this, was a powerful man that demanded respect when you was in his presence. Your grandfather, before I was allowed to marry your sister, his granddaughter, he pulled me into the room and he had some interesting conversations with me. And your grandfather, I loved him. Oh, I loved him so much. So I can see why he was influential. He was influential to you. I can say this, that you meant the world to him. I've had conversations. I've been privy to conversations that you may not be aware of with him. So you was young when he passed, but he loved you. I know he loved you to death. So I thank you for your honesty in that answer. And I can assure you, these questions, they're not going to all be answers that's easy and that's hard. He might need a towel a little bit to wipe off the sweat. All right. Where do you see yourself in 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years from now? See, and I say 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years, because everybody usually asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? That's easy. You can make up something. But now I need to know, where do Coach Clee see himself in 6 months?
6 months? That's a very great question. Because I sat down with my youngest son and myself. We wrote out at the beginning of the year. We always sit down and write out our goals for the year, for the month, and we work towards building our goals. So I do know where I see myself in 6 months. Where I see myself in 6 months is the publishing company that I started, One Way Publishing. It's slowly gaining traction, but it's up and running. It'll be up and running full steam in 6 months. I plan on having at least 10 or more clients by 6 months, and already having, let's say, a minimum of 5 published books by then, not just mine, of clients as well, and marketing them right here in the lab and other various places. I do see a need for people to tell their story, or get out the information that's on their heart, or whatever they feel like they need to put in print. I want to be one of those voices to help get that out there. So in 6 months, I do believe that there'll be at least a minimum of 10 clients and a minimum of 5 published books out there on the market from One Way Publishing.
One Way Publishing. So let's talk about One Way Publishing a little bit before we move on. Is it okay? You just announced that you have a publishing company. For the person out there that's watching right now that has been thinking about writing a book, but they didn't know what to do or how to go about it, could you help them with One Way Publishing?
Absolutely. Good question. Thank you for asking. One Way Publishing is my goal and my vision, and the vision statement hasn't been put out there thoroughly like that. But I do see anyone who comes to my company with just a thought of whatever they want their book to be, whether it's an ebook, something that'll be on Audible that someone will read, or traditional physical book, whether it's this size, pocket-sized books, which are becoming popular, or hardcover, regardless, whatever their thought is, I want them to be able to come to me and we can get that thought out there on paper, formatted, edited, published, and in their physical hand in a reasonable amount of time. I can't say what that time is because everyone's different. You got to put in a little, put in a little sweat equity, and get some skin in the game. But you put that stuff in there, we're gonna get you a finished product. That is my goal. Just coming with a thought. You don't have to have any education on writing, on publishing, on marketing, on any of that. Just come and we get it done.
I like that. Like you said, just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to come with you. You don't have to come to you with a full book.
Absolutely not.
Just come with a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so 6 months. You describe where you're going to be in 6 months. Let's go out a year now. 6 months from that, where do you see yourself in a year?
Okay. Again, the publishing company thriving. Other clients, another finished product on the horizon. Then, also these lives. I enjoy doing these lives. I enjoy bringing people to the lab, telling everybody to get their pen and their pad and get information out there. There's a couple people that Dr. George Fraser is one of them. A lot of people that I'm looking to interview and get on the show and sharing that information. I'm looking for the world to open back up again and us having events and networking and sharing and having fun again together and having mastermind courses, classes, learning, building, branding, and having fun. That's what I see a year from now. I see that there'll be more collaborations a year from now with other people that I'm not even thinking about right now, the people that I haven't even met yet. I'm looking at collab with them and build. Okay,
so in a year from now, you're saying that you see Coach Klee in L.A., you see him in New York, you see him in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay, so now you describe what you're going to do in 6 months. You describe where you see yourself in a year. 2 years from now, where do you see Coach Klee?
2 years from now, I see people, Coach Klee, One Way Publishing being a leading brand for book publishing companies, along with other projects that I can't put out there yet because they're still in the formulation phases. I see those projects actually taking a forefront. I see, again, still going hard with interviewing people, networking, having fun, getting information out there. My dream project, which I'm currently working on right now, being very successful, being very entertaining, also in everyone's home in the United States of America and abroad. If you're in other countries too, I know Coach Klee has been watched in other countries as well. Shout out to them. I see that. I see me, again, going back to my sons, helping them build their legacy or bringing them under the umbrella of this legacy so they can go ahead and build their brands or build this brand as well. So again, everyone talks about generational wealth. Everyone talks about breaking the curses of upbringings that we're all familiar with. I'm doing my best in the way that I can to establish footprints for them to follow. You know, everyone walks, you see the footprints in the sand, but you see no one there. You don't know about all the mistakes that happen in the process of someone walking that path. I want, of course, to talk about myself, but anyone who wants to walk that path, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a ton of them, just like we all have. But I want to, from this point, walk in a line where if you follow the same footsteps, you'll get to success as well. And even if you deviate from it, you'll see the path is already here. So if you go this way, right or left, you can always find a way and get back on that path to blaze your own trail. No one said you got to do the same thing I did. I know I'm kind of going off on it.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're answering the questions truthfully and honestly. And now we're getting another side of Coach Klee that I think the people want to see.
Okay.
You know, this is a side that, you know, usually we watch shows and we watch the interviewer, but we never know about the interviewer. So now we're giving the people a spin, you know. So I think you already answered it, but what is your ultimate goal? What is your ultimate goal?
I haven't answered my ultimate goal. Well, yeah, I have. Again, to leave a legacy, to build, to be everyone wants to be remembered. I want to be remembered for doing something positive. I also want to be a person that forged the way for others to take the lead and go further than I did. But ultimately, I want to have events. I want to have fun. I want to have publishing companies out there. I want to have educational systems out there. I want to have, and I say educational systems because there's certain things that I know I didn't learn while coming up, and that shouldn't be a hindrance to other people as they're coming up. You should learn about finances. You should learn about taxes. You should learn about history. You should learn about your cultural history in a factual manner. It's very empowering. It gives you a lot of confidence if you see a face that looks like yours or similar and you know the background of that, as opposed to learning. And not saying other cultures aren't important, but you should be all encompassing. I want to have establishments that that provide that information. I'm talking grandiose right now. Those are things that I haven't come to the forefront and actually put out there on this live. So remember where you heard it first. These are thoughts and things and projects that I've been working on for a little bit, just kind of baby stepping it. There's other things out there. I don't want to put all that stuff out there right now because I'm not ready to put that. Not that I'm afraid, I'm just not ready to put that stuff out there right now because there's other things that I think need to fall in line.
No, I understand what you're saying. You said you're a little grandiose right now, but the question was, what is your ultimate goal? So yeah, I understand that. I understand where you was going. So what were the biggest hurdles for you? What were the biggest hurdles for you coming up, and are they still there?
The biggest hurdles for me, interesting. Biggest hurdles for me was to find out who I really was. To actually look fear in the face and overcome it. Growing up in a house, all females, I felt like I had to find my own way. I felt like I had to do things a little differently, just to make me feel like I was someone of importance. Do I still face those hurdles now? I would say yes, and I would say yes that I faced a lot of fears. They're just new fears. It's the same game. It just the bad guy changes. Every time you reach new levels, you get new devils. There's always devils coming at you. You just got to know that you live off of past successes. So as you build, you still get scared of things. You still find challenges. You still have things that happen that set you back. You just got to look at them in the face and grab them by the beard of the chin and let them know, like, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but can you say it again? Every time you reach a new level, what happens?
You get new devils.
What does that mean? Can you explain that to the people?
Every time you reach new level, you get new challenges. You get new setbacks. You get brand new things that you would not have been prepared for 3 levels down. So each level that you go through prepares you for the next level. Everything's not going to be hunky-dory. Everything's not going to be smooth, but you gain strength, kind of like lifting weights. You start off with the bar, and eventually then you add on 25 pounds on each side, then you can master that, then you add on 35s and 45s until your body's strong enough to where you can bench press, 235, 300 pounds, whatever. You're getting it. You're at a different level than you were when you started, but you could not just get under that bar and start bench pressing 300 pounds your very first time. You weren't ready. You had to build up a tolerance. That tolerance would be defeating those devils each time. Fall so hard, baby.
I like that. I like that. All right. Tell me something that is true about you, but a lot of people don't know.
True about me is Dave Chappelle said it best in one of his stand-ups or interviews that was relatively recent, within the past year and a half. And I think this is true about me as well. Sometimes you have to be the lion so the lamb in you can relax. One thing that's true about me is I'm a big teddy bear. I'm a softy at heart, but I can't be that because that's when you get bullied and taken advantage of. So you have to come through with your chest poked out, your shoulders stuck back, and you got to go for what you know. Do you always want to be that mean guy? No. Do you always want to be misunderstood or think objectively outside the box or differently than anybody else? No. But what's true about me, I think you already know that. I don't think traditionally. I think, in my mind, it makes perfect sense to me. I think very differently, and I don't apologize for that anymore because I know the way that I think is leading me toward my end game goal. I don't know if I'm answering your questions.
No, you answered it. You answered it.
See how he's doing this to me,
You
right?
answered it. He answered it. So,
What's up, Nobles? Jamie Jackson's on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share.
Kenny Rob, Daryl's on.
Okay, Kenny, Rob, Daryl, you guys are on. Thank you for tuning in. I can't see everybody right now, and the behind-the-scenes co-host isn't available to hold the sign up, so I'm missing a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot that goes on for this production. You got to get here 3.5 hours early before the show starts,
You
and
ain't gonna get here.
they give you strict instructions, and he's cracking the whip. So yeah, it's a lot that goes on. It's very professional. Though.
Thank you.
It's very professional.
You ain't having no other way.
All right. So, what makes? Okay, let's put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
You go on the internet. You go on the Googles, and you type in motivational speaking,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a slew of motivational speakers. What makes Coach Clee different from the other motivational speakers?
Good question. And again, you go on Google, you type in motivational speakers, you'll see people like T.D. Jakes, Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Dan Pena. I'm following Dan Pena real hard right now. Miles Monroe, Simon Sinek, Tony Robbins. A couple of them are blowing my mind right now. David Goggins, Joe Rogan. So many different names I could throw out there, and Earl Nightingale, and some that I'm forgetting just because it's off the top of my head. What makes me different from anyone else is the same thing that makes all of us different from everybody else. Nobody can tell my story but me. Nobody can tell me how to be me but me. You know, once you find out who you are, you're automatically different. You're just living in yourself. You're just living in your truth, your self-actualized self. The burning desire in you naturally starts coming out because you realize, in the words of Dan Payne, you stop caring about what other people think of you and you start living your own life. Those are all great motivational speakers, and there's a ton of others that I didn't name, and there's some that are still on the rise right now. What makes me different is I'm doing what I love to do. I'm doing it in a genuine place. I'm doing it in a means where I'm looking for a positive outcome for everybody. Like, you know, when it rains, what happens when it rains? Does it just rain on me? Does it just rain on you? No, when it rains on everybody. So there's room for everybody to have bad days. There's room for everybody to have success, correct? So we can all, if you're traveling on a highway in a car, how many lanes are there in the highway? How many cars are on the highway? Let's say each car is a motivational speaker and we're all going down south. Can we all get there? We all gonna get there at the same time? Maybe some, yes, no. Some may have faster cars, some may not. Some have to stop for brakes, some have to stop for gas. But the highway has full of lanes. We can all travel right there. Some cars may look better, some cars may travel better. Regardless on what it is, we can all travel that highway of life to get to our destination if you know where that destination is. What makes me better is because I know what the end game goal is, what I'm looking forward to doing, and I'm living and building and growing my self-actualized person.
Okay. You said about the rain. When it rains, does it rain just on you? Like when it rains, I see life. That's what I see. When it rains, I see life. I say, okay, something is growing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Something needs water. And whatever it is that needs water right now is getting it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I see.
You trying to hit me with these questions?
No, I'm just saying, like, the people, they've been watching Coach Clee now for what, 2 years?
3.
3 years? Three years.
It's a lot, yes, 3.5, but yeah.
All right, so they've been watching you, and a lot of them, they want to know who Coach Clee is. So now, here it is, the first show of Black History Month, and they get to get a little bit of Black history.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think we're giving the people what they want, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What advice were you given at a young age that you listen to today? What was something that someone told you at a young Clee age that today you listen and you're still listening to?
See, he tried to be slick. He tried to throw some plugs right there. It's okay. It's cool. It's because it's needed and it's warranted. And I told this story. I told this story on March 4th. I told this story in a couple of live segments that I did. I don't know. Back when I was going from 8th grade to 9th grade that summer, I was playing football, or maybe 9th and 10th. I forget when it was. It was the first year of football summer practice. I've been lifting all summer. Basically, I thought I was going to get a lot bigger and stronger than what I was. It didn't happen right then and there. I'm like, man, I'm little. I'm getting ready to go up against these high school kids, and it's hot, and it's all day. And so I remember you picked me up. You drove me to the high school to drop me off for summer practice for 2 days, 3 days, whatever they were called. I don't know if the look on my face said it or not. I know what I was feeling in my heart and my head was like, I hope nobody's here. I hope it's too hot. I hope whatever the car break down, even if you said you want to turn around, I was with it. If we didn't go, I was good. And we got there, you see all the other kids pull up, you see all the other parents dropping them off. I'm like, wow, it's really here. Like, the moment, you know how something, you go to sleep the night before, and like, wow, I still got the whole night. I don't want to think about it, but I know it's coming up. And then finally, the gap closes, and you're right there, and like, it's go time. And I'm like, wow. I don't want to do this, but I do want to do this. And that fear, you can either let fear, false evidence appearing real, stop you, or you can go ahead, like I said, grab it by the beard, look at it in the face, and go through it. You know, so right before I got out the car, it probably looked like a little scared little puppy or something. I don't know. You looked at me. You said, "Yeah." No matter how easy it gets, no matter how hard it gets, it can't last forever. And I'm like, wow. Just for that moment, I was just thinking about that moment. That 2-day practice, like, no matter how hard it gets at practice, it can't last forever. Eventually, they have to give us a water break. Eventually, they have to give us a lunch break. Eventually, the day is going to be over, whether I make it through or not. Eventually, it can't last forever. And then you get through one step at a time, one rep at a time, one break at a time, till you get to the end of the practice. You get to the end of the practice like, that wasn't that bad. You show up the next day and build that cycle on and on again. I took that moment, which helped me get out the car and successfully handle, have a nice football career for high school. And that was a growing moment. It was a character building moment because I didn't know it was going to last for life. When I enlisted in the Army, basic training, same concept. I'm like, man, no matter what happens, it can't last forever. They can't make us push forever. They just scientifically, they can't. They can't make it. They say they're going to run us to death. They can't do it. Or if they do, then we're going to die, then it'll be over. You know, they said we're going to stand out here in formation in 100-degree weather or while it's raining. It can't last forever. It can't. The weather's got to break or the rain's got to break. It can't last forever. So knowing that, constantly saying that to myself, I'm like, no matter, it's bad right now, yes, but this can't last forever. I just got to hang on one more second past the second that I already made. And so going to school after the Army and doing little other things, no matter what happens, things suck. Things get bad. It can't last forever. And having those past successes, something that you told me back in whatever year it was, just for a football practice, catapulted me through life. Because I say it now. I say it to people I work with who I supervise, and they're having a tough day. I'm like, listen, you're having a tough day. You had a bad moment, but it's not going to last forever. You're having a character building moment, but tomorrow you're going to have an outstanding day. Work toward that outstanding day.
That's good advice, and it's advice that was given to you, that was given to the person that gave it to you, because the person that gave it to you didn't come up with it, because he had a moment that he thought this was going to be hard, and Vincent Stokes told his nephew at the time, listen, no matter what happens, it cannot last forever. I believe that's great advice. and I believe it's grown legs and it's running.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that's good advice. And I wanted to ask that question because there are people who are watching now or who will watch this that have not heard that story,
Mm-hmm.
but they need to hear it. They definitely need to hear it. Okay, so deceased or alive, known or not known. All right, deceased or alive, known or not known. Name one person, if given the opportunity, you would want to talk to, and what would you ask them?
Oh, I ain't read the second part of that question. What would I ask him? Deceased? That's an easy question for me. And the person I would ask, huh?
I pretty much know.
Yeah. The person I would ask to sit down and have a conversation face to face, I would prefer it at this age too, as opposed to a younger age where I could ask more direct and more intelligent questions. And of course, the tomorrow version of me would say that too. But I would say my father. My father, Clee R. Tillman, who died when I just turned 2. I have no memory of him. I hear other people's stories of him, how great he was, which is cool. I appreciate all that. A lot of his old past friends, work buddies, anything like that. I met a lot of people because we carry the same name that tell me, "Oh, you're Clee Tillman's boy. You look just like him. You sound just like him. You walk just like him." He was a great man. You should be proud. It feels good, but to not know it firsthand is kind of disheartening. I don't know, and things happen for a reason. I don't know who I'd be or what I'd be doing differently had I got a chance to know him. But there's so many different things that I talked to my uncle, his younger brother, a lot that I just met. Probably about 10, not just, but 10 years ago. I met him as an adult, just to get those feelers. When he saw me, I did not recognize him. When he saw me, I looked like the last time he saw my father alive. So he teared up, and it was in a parking lot in North Carolina, and he had a moment. The summer before COVID, he came up. He stayed up here with a week for me. I took him to my father's grave. It was his first time visiting his brother's grave. He had a moment then too. I don't know what I'd ask him. I know I'd want to see who's taller. I want to see who's thicker. I want to see whose handshake is stronger. I want to hear what he sounded like. I want to know his personality. I want to know what kind of jokes he would laugh at. I want to know what kind of advice he would give me as a grown man today, or what kind of advice that he would have given me as a young man back in the day.
I seen pictures of your pops,
Mm-hmm.
and as far as like I could put that, whose hand grip was stronger, I could put that to rest. His. I believe his was stronger, man.
I would say yes to the simple fact that speaking with Gene McCaleb, one of his old work partners within the past few years, he taught me some things that I didn't even know. That my dad was bit by a snake. He was an avid hunter and a mechanic, and while hunting, he was bit by a snake on one of his fingers, and one of his fingers was crooked or deformed or something because of a snake bite. Like I mean, just little simple things like that.
That's funny that you said someone that you didn't know taught you something about your dad after he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing how people can teach blood a child about their father after they're gone. It happened to me. You know, my dad, he didn't die when I was 2. Mm-hmm. I had him. I was an adult when he passed.
Mm-hmm.
But Donald Miller, he taught me something about my dad after he passed, and it's actually in the No Shade All Light book. One of my quotes, and it's do you know how to practice patience? You know, and my dad taught me that after he was gone. I'm not going to tell you how to practice. You got to get the book. You know what I'm saying? But I after I read this, I pretty much knew who he was going to ask. All right. What advice would the now Clee give this 16-year-old Clee? It's not an easy question, is it?
Nah.
Because a 16-year-old Clee is different than the 12-year-old Clee.
Mm-hmm.
I could have went, but nah.
Yeah.
I want to know what the now Clee would give.
16-year-old Clee
16-year-old
was hard headed, and
And I knew both of these individuals. I knew the 12-year-old Clee and I knew the 6-year-old Clee. So, what advice would you give the
16-year-old Clee felt like he was invincible. 16-year-old Clee did a couple things that weren't life changing, that could have been even worse had they came to fruition a whole totally different way. I talked about it a few times, and I'm gonna just let that pause right there. What I would tell the younger version of me is that to dream bigger and go after all of it, whether you're successful or not, whether you fail or not, go after it. Live your life with no regrets. I was scared. I got offered a scholarship to Towson State, and I turned it down only because I didn't talk about it. No one knew. I think my mom knew and I knew, but I didn't talk about it. I was scared to go to college because I was tired of school and I wanted to live my own life. Had I known better, I could have done everything that I've already done and more. Go after it. Go after, dream bigger. Go after it. I would have told that version of me that you come from good stock and you're very resilient. So why not go after the higher rungs on the ladder instead of reaching for low hanging fruit?
Gary Grant's on. He gave a 0.
Okay, thank you for tuning in, Gary.
I can say the 16-year-old Clee was a 16-year-old male trying to find his way.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that the 16-year-old Clee was all male trying to find his way, and I can say as an adult, I had fun with the 16-year-old Clee, but I believe it was the 18-year-old Clee that we went out a little bit, and that's when you really started. How old was you when we went on the craft feast?
Wow.
Me and Zeric took you.
I was 18. I was 18. And I think I just turned 18.
And that's when you seen another side of life.
Yeah. That's when the teenage version of Clee actually saw the adult version of just hanging out.
Yeah.
That was a fun trip. That was.
I guess the pages had turned from child to that was child.
That book
that was ad-lib, but now
that book closed.
I'm ready to move on over to the next chapter.
We did that to that, and then did that. You know what I mean? We closed one book and opened another one. We moved on. We marched forward. We marched forward. Very fun.
Yeah. Okay. Now I had said about the people watching. They want to know about Coach Clee. So the people watching, some people are watching that you don't even know are watching.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So is this Coach Clee the same person that if I saw you at the grocery store, would I get the same person? Is this the same person?
I would say no. Honestly, if you saw me out, depending on where you saw me at, I'd be very introverted because I'd be on a mission. If I'm at the grocery store, I want to get in and get out. Would I speak to you and I know you? Yes, I would. Would my vernacular be as professional as it is right now? No, it wouldn't. You would hear more slang, and you would hear a toned down version of conversation. But would you get 100% of me? Yes, you would. Would I be all there? Yeah. Would I try and build and give you the brand that point in time, probably not, because it'd be more of a social, relaxed setting, unless you ask questions. But am I the same person all the way through? I think we all genuinely are, despite maybe 20 degrees here and there, depending on the situation. I may be 20 degrees extra, I may be 20 degrees downplayed, depending on mood and situation as well. But genuinely, I'm right there in the middle.
Okay, I say because there are people that we see on TV, we see on TV, and they're one way, and then you meet that same person in person, and they are not that person.
Right,
I've met a couple of people who I watched on TV, and I don't want to say movies because movies they're acting, but like on different interviews and everything. And then I met them close face to face, and they not the same person. they're like totally opposite. So you're saying that you're within the 20 degrees of who you are now sitting here out at the store.
Yes.
Okay.
Minus a couple sarcasm jokes.
Minus a couple. You like having fun.
I do.
You like having fun. What is your ideal night?
Oh man, my ideal night is a good atmosphere, being around good people. I won't say like-minded people. I actually like being around different kinds of thinkers. Multiple different people. Some people that you know, some people that you get to know for the very first time. Networking, meeting, enjoying each other's vibe. Actually having to put on a certain style of clothes, whether it's trendy or fashionably for events. Good music, good food, more like one or two styles of wine, alcohol, something involved in there to kick back, relax. Good conversation, and you know you gotta get on the dance floor like once or twice during that time frame too, and having a good time. I really like having a good time and hanging out and meeting people. Whether it's extreme, just one big party here or a networking event, it's all fun. It's all fun.
So I can. This pandemic, it's been challenging for you because you're a social person. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair.
You like to go out and have a good time, and I can say that we as a people we're not meant to be isolated. You know what I'm saying? We're meant to be amongst people. You know, you figure they in solitary confinement, they do that as a punishment.
That's yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy. So let's think about that for a second. They put people in solitary confinement to punish them. In 4 words. 4 words describe Coach Clee.
Ooh.
Compound words or a word that counts as one.
Every day overcoming new challenges.
That's 4. That's okay. Every day overcoming new challenges. So you pretty much describe, if I'm not mistaken, your book, March 4th. Every day you're overcoming new challenges. I could say, and I want to use your Coach Clee. This has been fun. I had a good time.
Yeah.
You know, this is a little something different.
It is a change up. It's different being on the hot seat this time.
Right, and it does allow you to see what your guests are going through, what's racing through their mind. Even if you sent your guests the questions a full 6 months in advance. When they're sitting here and you ask them that, they're gonna have a old moment, an old moment. And I believe we've been doing good. We had some rules that we had to follow, and I believe we kept to it. Again, I want to say thank you.
Yeah.
You say you have a platform that you put on, right?
Yeah.
Right. You put on to allow people, if they have a thought, an idea, something that they want to promote. This is the venue to come on, right? So people, if you have something you want to promote, you want to show the world. And I say show the world. This is the platform that you want to be on, the Coach Clee Show. This is the platform. All right. Right now, you might look at the people who are watching, but believe me, that number blows up after this. You go back and look at how many people viewed this, how many followers this young man has. I can say this young man is doing amazing things. I've seen this young man grow from a preteen to who was it, 30-30 Battle Cat to now. You know, he's taught me. He's younger than me, but when you start thinking that a younger person can't teach you nothing, that's when you need to check yourself. He's taught me so much in life about myself and about other things. I respect you for that too.
Thank you.
He's led me astray in saying that Marvel's better than DC. I don't understand that, but
that's a whole nother live in itself. And Marvel is better than DC.
That is another live. Again, I thank you for allowing me to do this. That
Yeah.
I asked you, and you didn't shy away from the idea. I appreciate that. Again, this is the first live in Black History Month, where we know every day in America is Black History. And I was excited to write that book, No Shade All Light, with you, Jason Brown, and Herbert C. Thompson III. Anytime you can do a project with your brother, Jason, your brother, and your mentor, Herb Thompson, and have not a single disagreement, not one single disagreement, and I believe we put out a nice project in which y'all need to go ahead and pick up that book, No Shade All Light, in which we also it's a family affair. Jason Brown's daughter, she drew the cover. So I appreciate you on this No Shade All Light. And on the first show, you allow the first show on Black History Month, you allow me to come on and be Black History, and I have an announcement to make.
See, you know how that fear overcomes you for a minute, that moment of suspense, like Alfred Hitchcock.
I have an announcement to make. On this show, I want to announce for the first time that I have published another book.
Okay.
I published a solo book, and the book is called I Want Me to Become a Better Me. It's not your traditional book. It's a self-help book. It's not 900 pages of you got to do this step, you got to do this step, you got to do this step. Nah, it's 4 easy steps to become a better person.
Okay.
All right, so again, I want me to become a better me. All right, it's published today. You can get it on Amazon.
Okay.
All right, but I was excited about this. One Way Publishing.
One Way Publishing.
One Way Publishing will be the publisher of The Alley. I have not made that announcement.
Okay. Yeah.
Ever.
It's live now.
It's out there. So The Alley, it's almost done, and the reason why it's not done because I did not have One Way Publishing to help me finish it. Now, One Way Publishing is going to help me finish The Alley and Kobe the Camel.
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening. I gotta do some things real quick.
Kobe the Camel is a children's book that One Way Publishing will be publishing.
Okay. All right, we're gonna see. And you talking about the 6 months where you see yourself? That's one client and 2 books in the works already.
Oh yeah, they're in the works and it's rolling. It's rolling. So be on the lookout for those 2 books. And other books, bless you. Other books coming from One Way Publishing.
One Way Publishing. That's a story in itself. There you go.
One Way Publishing. And you see the clothing people be wearing on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that?
Wow, interesting. Nice little plug right there because somebody has their own showcase and don't highlight their own talents.
Well, I need to know. You say you put on to put
I
on.
do put on to put on. And
So let's put on.
Yo, so I'm here to say that one co-host, Shayla Thompson, who was just sitting right here in the seat that you were just sitting in, correct me if I'm wrong, she was just sitting there not too long ago. She does have her own clothing business where she does. I know I'm gonna mess it up. I don't know. She puts logos, sayings, inscriptions. She's right there. Help me out. I don't know what it's called, but there you go. She does imprints on clothing. And so, you know, if you need something done, you see the CT, you see the CT, you see the CT. Yeah, you know, like that, son. But she could get that done for you. Go ahead, like I say, reach out to her, text her, inbox her with your t-shirt ideas, and she'll let you know if she is available or can get that project done.
All right, you said inbox or text or whatever. Is there a specific inbox?
Workwithclee.com.
Okay.
It will be the hub.
Okay.
She has access to that as well. So if you want some t-shirts, you can go to workwithclee.com, subscribe, and put in the message whatever you need it to be, whatever your inquiry is, and we will make sure it gets directed to the right person.
All right. So you said she has her own business. She puts imprints on. Is it like your standard imprints, or can I see an image of like, oh, I think that'd look nice on the shirt?
Other than trademarked images, like of course you have to purchase the Nike logo if you wanted the Nike logo on there.
But if you, about that.
Oh, okay, maybe not. I'm sorry, but if you saw if you had your own image or own logo that you were looking to get on there, that can be done.
Can it be done?
That can be done.
Okay. So there you have it, Shayla Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Hit her up, inbox her. He said text her, so I guess he's assuming only if you have her number.
Yeah.
That you can text her. I can give it to you now. Her number is 717.
She got one. She's about to correct that one. She wouldn't correct nothing else, but she was going to correct that one.
Nah, but again, this has been fun. I told you one of the I say a highlight in my life is when the day that me and you both got raised together to become Masonic brothers, and then the day that I seen you be created and became a noble. So with that being said, I need to give you this. To put that on, you know, as a little sticker. But also, bro, you gotta wear the noble piece, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
You gotta wear the noble piece, man. That's
thank you.
That's from me to you, man. I can't have my brother being a noble and going out to you ain't got no noble gear. You know, so that's just that's just the beginning of stuff, you know. If people see me when I walked in here.
Yeah, the jacket's over there. I got the hat though. I do got the hat. It's cold too.
So again, thank you again
Yeah.
for allowing me to participate and take part of this. I really enjoyed myself.
Likewise.
In 6 months, I see you where you said that you was gonna be in a year. That's actually where I see you.
Wow.
And I see you in a year where I didn't even ask you in 5. Because I honestly believe that you're doing things right. You have the right people behind you, and people that's running a business that's running a brand. There's always people behind the scene that you don't see.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you have the proper people in your corner for you to push you, to help you. So I honestly believe that in 6 months, I see a year. That in what you said, in a year, I see where I think you're going to be in 10 years.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
The train has left the station. They took off the emergency brakes.
Okay. Full
So it's no stopping it.
Yeah.
So keep doing what you do. Keep putting on the put on. And I was given instructions. I guess we can't do it. Sometimes you gotta go back to basics. Let's hit him, man. Hit him.
So it's Coach Clee coming at you as your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker. I want everybody to evolve so hard and live your life with a purpose. And we gotta hit them one time with the money dance. You want to hit them with the money dance? I mean, hit them, bam, boom. Remember where you saw it first. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you catch the replay. I know it froze up a couple times. We're going to get that up there. We're going to get those kinks worked out. But make sure you social distance yourself, wash your hands. Have a great week. Tune in tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow with another surprise. Peace.